Are you looking for an alternative to expensive and harsh chemical type finishes for your projects? Like we make earrings, and but you want to add a splash of color without breaking the bank or dealing with fumes and chemicals all over the place. Well, there are other options. I'm going to show you that in this video, and it might be the solution for you.
24 hours later.
This is a day later. We let it dry and let's see what our results are. So if you start with the cabbage on this side, so anything on this side for these three is the cabbage stain, and everything on this side is the blueberry stain up to, of course, there. This is the bonus rusted nail with vinegar. Look, and the top one over there is the red wine. So let's start by looking at our, of course, this is our basic or control. This is our plain wood there. So let's start with just the cabbage first. We'll do the cabbage. So the cabbage without any kind of dilution or mixtures. This is what we got. Hopefully the color comes out. So it's a very light purple. It does have some purple colors. I don't know if it comes out in the camera, but it's very light. So not very strong. The next one with the vinegar, it looks pretty much just like a diluted of the original. It's not much difference other than it looks, oops, sorry for hitting the camera. It's just looking a little bit diluted, but it still does have some changes in color. And this is on the maple veneer wood, so you can see that it's, obviously there's a difference. I should have done that for the first one too, just to be sure. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. So there you go. That's the original. This is with vinegar. And then with the baking soda, really cool color. It's more of a green. And again, this is all the cabbage. So you pretty much have a green color there. That's pretty cool. So then we look at I put this on aspen veneer plywood. Pretty much the same. I'd say pretty much the same. I'd say it's a little bit darker than on the maple, but very close to the same colors. Again, obviously you can see there's a difference from the plain wood. This is a little bit more pink. And then, of course, we have our green. So very cool option for using dyes if these are colors that you can use in your designs. So we'd look at that. Now for actually I should have shown you that with the aspen. So with the aspen, of course, very, very drastic changes. As for the blueberries, I think that I prefer the blueberry color myself. So if you look at the plain blueberry, undiluted, just the boiled blueberry, nice purple. It almost looks like Purple Heart stain on there. Then the one with vinegar, pretty much the same, just a little bit lighter. Not much of a difference in regards to the color. Actually, it might be a little bit more purple color, but lighter, versus this one probably has a bit more red in it. So, and then of course, a big contrast is with the baking soda. We get a really dark green to bluish tone to it. So really cool look. Love it. Now with the aspen, if we take our sample here again, pretty much very similar to the maple veneer. Of course, this aspen wasn't sanded, so it looks a bit more rough, but yeah, you can obviously see there's changes. Again, the vinegar just makes it look more diluted. Probably if I just added water, it'd be the same idea. And then the baking soda, though, definitely makes it a different color. Now, apparently, depending on how much baking soda you put in, like what ratio, you can get it to be more blue versus more green. So depending on how much you put, this one is kind of right in between. So if I had gone maybe half the baking soda, it would have been more blue. And if I put double the baking soda, it'd probably be more of a lighter green, like on the maple there. So really, with the cabbage, I mean. So really cool. So the bonus color with the rusted nails and vinegar, and that was a bottle that I had forgotten in the cupboard for a year. And I showed you the mixture, what it kind of looks like. It's just like a, I don't know, root beer color, I suppose, tea color. And you won't see the changes right away. It does take at least a half hour to an hour. So if we look at our control here, it actually makes a nice looking stain because this is a stained wood. And once it's clear coated, it really has a nice color to it. Antique. It's like an antique brown. Really love that. Use it a lot in our shop for different projects. And this is on the aspen. So a little bit different on the aspen. The color comes out. Of course, the only thing is with that, it's kind of like an accelerator. It will have various outcomes depending on how much resin there's in the wood and stuff. So you will see sometimes, larger projects, you'll see some blotching and things like that. But it's really good for smaller projects. And it's really cheap because vinegar you can buy pretty cheap and throw in some nails or some steel wool. And you can get pretty much the similar idea. Awesome. Well, one extra bonus was with the wine, red wine. I thought I'd give it a try. I never used it before. And it actually, it really didn't do much change. I mean, it did give it a little bit of a tone, but nothing. I don't like the look of it myself. Same for the aspen. There's a little bit of red in there, but really, it's not a color I'd be going for. I mean, there might be a use for it for whatever reason, because it is different, of course, than the plain. But I'd say save your wine for drinking and not use it for staining. So that's it in a nutshell. Those are the colors. Definitely with using dye, it will be a bit more foggy. Once you put the clear coat on it, though, it will make it pop. So just to keep that in mind. And yeah, so that's a definitely cool alternative. And there you have it, how to make, natural dyes from items in your kitchen. I hope you found this video to be helpful. And, if you have any other ideas, I'd love to hear about it. Leave them down in the comments. Or if you have any other comments or suggestions, go ahead and write them down below. Love to hear from you. As well as, of course, if you want to see this channel again, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time we have a new video. Do plan to make some more of these in the near future. So stay tuned. And of course, if you found this at least, helpful and entertaining, one or the other or anything else, we would really appreciate a thumbs up, like button, and it really helps us out here at our channel here at Workbench. Thank you for watching.